Game is starting. We have Millennium's MaddeLisk spawning in the top right of Derelict Watcher. She is from Sweden. As for the other player in the semifinal, we have Quantic Gaming's Kaitlyn. She is from Canada. Yeah, how do you even go into busy mode when with this layout? I don't see the button or anything. So, all right.
Yeah. Well, you still need to show production menu.
Yeah.
I would assume it's P if it's not pause.
P is
and you
pause.
probably unit menu.
I probably should not press that button
Okay.
because I'd be pausing the game if I did that. So yeah. Okay. We have gas and pool for Kaitlyn going on. For MaddeLisk, there is a pool, probably hatch right now. There we go. And now Kaitlyn's going with her hatch. So this time around, Kaitlyn went for a slower hatch than MaddeLisk's, slightly slower. And now gas is going down for MaddeLisk. But Kaitlyn's gas is already there, so Kaitlyn's gonna have speed up before MaddeLisk, which could open up a small speed timing for some harass or something. Or at least to scout a little bit the base of MaddeLisk. And yes, Kaitlyn is USA #1 patch Zerg. Not sure why she's using this name, but she is. Looks like speed is on the way for Kaitlyn right now. There's still 60 gas to go for MaddeLisk. But yeah, this game should be a very exciting one, since both of these players are, I would say, the part of the top 3 of this event. Top 3 would be Aphrodite, MaddeLisk, and Kaitlyn. So yeah, and Aphrodite is in the other semi-final playing against Akane on another stream at the moment. In terms of units, we have a few more drones for MaddeLisk at the moment, but oh yeah, MaddeLisk is getting a lot more drones than Kaitlyn right now. I think Kaitlyn might actually go for some sort of attack, but MaddeLisk is seeing all those Zerglings getting hatched. She's not sure what the other larva is though. But there's a Baling Nest going down for MaddeLisk right now. And she is able to scout those lings going out because there's of course overlords around here, another overlord here. A lot of lings going out for Kaitlyn, but they do not have speed. Soon it's gonna be finished, and speed is finished for Kaitlyn. And as I was saying, she's gonna go in right when speed finishes. Try and get inside, but now she can't get inside because MaddeLisk got those 2 queens blocking very nicely. Very nice play from MaddeLisk. She was prepared for this attack from Kaitlyn. In terms of kills, no workers really have been killed, except MaddeLisk has killed a few of those Kaitlyn lings. But Kaitlyn's going in with more and more lings. She's gonna try and focus the Baling Nest, but she can't get it. MaddeLisk is still on a roll with her defense on point. And we have an Evo Chamber going down for MaddeLisk right now. She's probably going to go for +1. And in terms of structures, there's still no Baling Nest for Kaitlyn. But there's a Baling Nest for MaddeLisk. So once a few more Balings go out for MaddeLisk, chances of Kaitlyn doing some damage with lings only are going to be small. So, of course, Kaitlyn responds with the Baling Nest. And a Spinecrawler of her own over here to defend. Spinecrawler is, of course, very nice defensive tool. Now, we should be seeing both players go into lair soonish. And we'll see if they prefer to go for Roach style or MaddeLisks. It seems like MaddeLisk is going for +1 ground carapace. So this might have something to do with... well, it's not missile attack. Maybe she just wants her links to... I think if you get the ground carapace, your links don't die immediately to a baneling hit. Am I right? It takes 2? I'm not sure. In that case. I don't know the exact numbers. But we have a third base gonna go down for MaddeLisk. And lair is going down for Kaitlyn here. We can see that the lair for MaddeLisk is still not on the way. She just prefers to get her third base up and running before then. She's gonna have ground carapace before Kaitlyn can get any upgrade. Lair still hasn't started for MaddeLisk though. This is kind of worrying because this means that Kaitlyn's gonna get a pretty big tech advantage. She's gonna be able to get a lot of MaddeLisks and roaches. So MaddeLisk has to do something, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of Ling Bane aggression from her. We have 15 Lings on the way in terms of units killed and units on the way. Those Banelings for MaddeLisk, those are so many Banelings. So many Banelings. We have 19 Banelings on the field for MaddeLisk. This attack could do a lot of damage, or it could do not much. She needs to get those things in there. MaddeLisk, your Lings are all the way over here, but here come the Banelings, and oh my, not as much damage as I expected those Banelings to do, actually. This was not so effective for MaddeLisk, but those drones are so low on HP that a few more hits would just kill them. So she did actually get 13 Link kills with those Banelings. The question is it enough though? And she's getting more and more kills with those Links, and this game is over. So that actually ended up working. I think what Kaitlyn could have done is, had she seen this coming, she could have potentially walled off with evolution chambers or something to protect herself from all those Banelings. Or she could have gone roaches, but she was already taking up to... I didn't see what she was taking up to, but anyway.
Well, she took big risk early on. She betted on having speed faster.
Yeah.
So, and the moment the main was blocked and there were no much damage done in natural. So I guess she isn't really, maybe didn't expect such a solid defense. But I didn't really see a way for her to make any damage.
We have, from Team Millennium, a French team, it is MaddeLisk. And in bottom right, spawning as the blue Zerg, it is, from Quantic Gaming, the Canadian, Kaitlyn. So the map is Belcher Vestige. Now, obviously, there are no rocks between the natural and the third base. Third base is kind of open to attacks. Like, you can attack from here, you can attack from here. Only problem would be these rocks here that are blocking your angle, so to speak. You can't get a good position because of those rocks. There's of course the 2 Xel'Naga towers in the middle of the map. Very important to get them, just so you know the positioning of your opponent on the map. And we already see that both players are of course sending their overlords out straight to their opponent's bases. Nothing really out of the ordinary over here, quite yet. But I'm gonna expect, call me crazy, well, it's not really crazy, but I think both are gonna go hatch first. Okay, now I'm already wrong because MaddeLisk went pool first. And Kaitlyn did go hatch first though, so at least I'm right for one player. This means Kaitlyn's gonna have a small economic edge.
Control 1.
While MaddeLisk is just gonna... she's gonna be able to get out speed quicker if she gets the gas. Now, before... well, she's gonna go hatch and then probably gas, I think. Yeah, gas now for Kaitlyn. Still no gas for MaddeLisk, so I'm not sure. This is what I'm not sure about. Like, if you get your pool down at this time, and you get your gas now, your speed will still be faster than your opponent who went for hatch, slower than your opponents who went hatch first, right? Because even though they got their pool later, they got their hatch faster and also their gas faster. So at the end of the day, they have quicker hatch and quicker zergling speed while only sacrificing getting the pool, the fact that they got the pool later. So that's the small trade-off. But I think it's worth it if you go through hatch first to do this.
On a bigger map with a bigger distance.
Yeah, but we have MaddeLisk slings coming in, 2 of them to scout out our opponent.
Can you show player names?
Oh yeah, of course, forgot about that. And I went into busy mode so people don't bother me in game, just in case. Although there are not many people who can bother me, my funds list is not that big. But regardless, let's get back to the game. Speed, as you can see here, is faster for Kaitlyn when compared to the speed of MaddeLisk, as expected. In terms of units, pretty much even drone counts, 21 to 21. There was 1 worker killed from MaddeLisk. I think she may have killed something with those 2 things, I would assume. Or it was the scouting worker. Now Kaitlyn is going up to scout out what MaddeLisk is doing. She sees the gas that is still being mined, so it means that probably is going to be some tech going down for MaddeLisk. There we go, the Baneling Nest over there. Also Baneling Nest for Kaitlyn, and I keep wanting to call her Patchzerg because that's what the name says, but I know that it's Kaitlyn, so it's like kind of confusing for me to.
But can you prove it?
2 more gases going down for Kaitlyn over here, and 1 more in her main base. Of course, there is an evolution chamber finishing now for MaddeLisk, and we see on the map 2 overlords next to each other for MaddeLisk. These are the brother overlords. They hang out together. And those 2 here, except they don't like each other, so there's a little bit of distance between them. But you can see here that actually the 2 lings from Kaitlyn got inside the main base and scouted out the fact that Kaitlyn has MaddeLisk has an evolution chamber, which means that there could be upgrades on the way.
Aggression.
Yeah, she's getting some upgrades, and MaddeLisk is gonna go for the 3rd base. Actually, this looks a lot like the build she went for last game, because she wants that +1 carapace, so her lings take extra beating from the enemy's ling blings, as I like to call them, ling blings. In terms of tech, what do we have? Or units? We have... Wow, Kaitlyn actually has a big lead in drone count, but in terms of army supply, MaddeLisk's got a lead. So MaddeLisk is gonna go in for a push over here. Here come the Banelings, the Banelings, the Banelings, the Banelings. 8 workers have been killed by MaddeLisk already, and more are on the way. 9 kills, 10 kills. 12 more are dying, so this is not looking too good for Kaitlyn right now. You can see more. What? Something wrong with the camera? Okay, I'm not that sure what's going on. Maybe there's something
PP could be Prussian Prince or Pause. We don't really know.
I'm an observer. Can someone contact them or something? What is or like an admin or something, I don't know.
Game resumed.
Unlikely as observer, you affect the game somehow.
Yes.
Ah, okay, they're ready.
I'm not sure what that meant. We can see here that this is it's going pretty well for MaddeLisk. She's getting more and more Zerglings on the way. Bailing's about to be finished for Kaitlyn. More and more Banelings getting more for MaddeLisk. And here comes one Baneling from Kaitlyn over here to defend against those Ling attacks. More and more Lings on the way over here. And that was a nice hit. Still 13 workers killed, and in terms of units we have 49 workers still for Kaitlyn, but now this base is under attack, so is this base. A lot of Banelings on the way. Whoa, nice hit here.
Exactly
23
when
workers.
Kaitlyn was preparing for Muta transition.
Yeah, now, yeah, Kaitlyn is getting this fire, so that's probably what's gonna happen. Game is over, and MaddeLisk does win the game. So she gets a 2-0 victory over Kaitlyn and advances on to the final of this tournament.
I'm afraid our predictions coming true.